Right, welcome everybody to the Royal Vida nightclub here in Manchester. We start fight week 4, the latest Black Flash promotion show. Fight for Glory, headlined by Lisi Wood's first defence of his super featherweight central area title. Over in Liverpool last week, Pat, we had show promoter Pat Barrett here with me actually. We were over in Liverpool last week where we had people like Hakeem Palmer, Safi Siddiqui racking up good wins, but now we're back in Manchester for a title fight, a packed undercard of Black Flash, his brightest hopes. It should be a good show.
Do you know what? I mean, it's good to be back again in Manchester, and we're doing Liverpool last week, and it was also good to go back down to Liverpool to give Golden Gloves and the fighters down there the opportunity and to try and do something down there. And you know, my plans is to take the Manchester lads to a venue in Liverpool and do it with both, you know, Manchester and Liverpool together fighting on the same venue. But yeah, I'm looking forward for this one. Lisi Wood, hopefully, you know, after this we can talk about going somewhere with Lewis. It's his opportunity that he's got. He's up against a good opponent, durable opponent. He's 8-0. But Lewis is going into this with nothing to lose and everything to gain, really, because he knows what it's like to be defeated. He's been defeated twice, and he's still here. He's still going strong. So there isn't anything you can say or do to Lewis that that he hasn't already been through. So, you know, it's more about his focus going forward. He's done everything right. We've worked together in the gym. He's worked together with his other coach, Matt Bolton, and this is one that watching Lewis is always going to bring that kind of excitement. So, you know, this is one that I look forward to myself and being part of. Yeah,
I think Lewis's fight with John Edwardson to win the title, it's one of the best fights we've ever had on a Black Flash show. Showed a little bit of everything, didn't he? Got up off the floor, outlasted a real tough guy in a real hard fight. And when you can come through something like that, it shows that you've got potential to go up through the levels, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it does. I mean, the John Edo fight was, I think, that brought the best out of Lewis. It wasn't an easy fight. It was a very tough fight. It was all goal from round 1 to round 10. It was a well-deserved win, and he showed a lot of greatness in that fight. And I think this time round he'll show again more greatness in this fight, fighting Frank Ali, which is undefeated, 8 out of 8. So it doesn't fade Lewis at the point that he's undefeated, because, like I said, he's in there, he's focused, he's one-dimensional, and he's there to get a career from this.
Good. And just looking forward, we'll concentrate on the top of the bill because it is a title fight. There's ways to go forward in the super featherweight division, isn't there, Pat? You know, we've got Michael Gomez looking at a British title shot. We've got Reece Bellotti, who's the British champion, looking at moving up. So there is like a definite ladder and a definite step forward, isn't there, for the winner of this fight?
Yeah, I mean, Michael Gomez goes forward. I mean, hopefully the English will be vacant. Lewis has got to be somewhere in them kind of ratings. And hopefully, like I just said, there's opportunities now for Lewis. But don't overlook anything. Yeah? Like, let's just get past Saturday night, and then we can look at the opportunities after Saturday night for Lewis.
Brilliant. Right, well, thanks, Pat. We'll start getting the fighters in now. I believe we've had a request from George Colleen to get it over and done with, so we'll get George in from the side. Here we go, George. Undefeated, I would say middleweight, but looking pretty trim today. I believe you're going down to light middle.
Yeah, light middleweight. Well, that's kind of always been the original weight, but it was just on paper as middleweight, so going to be pretty much light middleweight on Friday, just above, so yeah.
One thing that every professional, no matter what level they're at, George, wants is activity. That's one thing you've been blessed with, isn't it? You know, been so busy during the first year as a pro. You must be over the moon. Yeah,
I'm buzzing with it, thanks to Pat, and just thanks to myself for being in the gym, staying ready all the time, because this is my 7th fight, I think, in just over probably 15 months or something like that. So it's very active, learning each fight, learning on the job. So just looking forward to being back in there on Saturday night.
When you look back at the George Colleen that turned over, when you left the amateurs and decided to go pro with Pat, and comparing to George Colleen who's sat here now, can you compare the two?
Not really. I feel like a completely different person, a completely different animal, and I'm looking forward to Saturday night up in the rounds. I feel like it'll improve me a lot and show what I'm capable of.
What would the George Colleen now do to the George Colleen of 15 months ago?
I think it'd destroy him.
A stoppage, we saw.
Maybe.
And it's your first 6 rounder, isn't it? You've had a few 4s now. Are you ready for this step up?
Yeah, 1,000,000%. I've been performing in the gym always. We know Pat won't put me in this fight, so I've proved to Pat that I'm ready for the 6 rounds. Had some great sparring this fight, this camp, and yeah, I'm more than ready for it.
And the plan Pat's put into place, it's worked perfectly for you so far, hasn't it? You know, you've been against different types of opponent. He always said that this would be your first 6. How do you see it playing out for the rest, like the remainder of the year now?
Well, I think obviously I'm fully focused on Saturday night, but get a big win there. Hopefully, see if the stoppage comes. If it comes, it does. It does. I think if it does, it'll be a big statement. But we'll just see how it goes, you know, and then think back out in September and maybe another at the end of the year. So we're active. Hopefully, touch wood, no injuries and stuff. But hopefully, have another busy year and keep learning and then push into some type of position in the next couple of years. There's no rush. I'm still young, but just keep learning. That's the main thing. Keep fighting. Keep learning.
Good. Well, you can watch George's latest appearance on the Black Flash YouTube channel on Saturday night, live from Bowlers. Always been good viewing so far. Really good last time. Look forward to another step up.
Thank you very much, and see you all Saturday night. Cheers.
Rizard Levicki here now, another of Black Flash Promotions fighters from over there at the gym in Collyhurst. Big win last time, Rizard, down at York Hall. You must be over the moon. You must feel like a different fighter now coming back up north to really capitalise on that.
Yeah, so during my professional career, I've kind of had moments where maybe I drifted off, you know, underperformed. But the last fight I really came out of my shell and showed what I'm about. Yeah. You know, I went down to London against a hot prospect that I was expected to lose against. And I put in a show. You know, I dropped him and finished the fight in 5 rounds, you know. But I was more than prepared to do the 10 that was necessary. But, you know, they just can't handle what's coming their way.
I know there's been times when you've probably frustrated yourself, definitely frustrated Pat, frustrated other people by forgetting your boxing skills and getting involved in fights. Do you feel now like you finally got comfortable with your style, you know what's worked, it's been proven to work when you actually concentrate on your skills? Is that what we're going to see going forward?
Yeah, I think a massive, major kind of point of having your first 10 fights is learning along the way. You know, there isn't a book that says this is how you make weight, this is how you win, you know. So you got to learn this, and I have to put all my amateur experience in the past aside and learn new ways. So I was experimenting things, and, you know, certain things didn't work, certain things worked, and then that's hence why my performances were kind of up and down. Weight was a massive thing for me. You know, this eliminator that I won that we're talking about, this was me stepping up to super middleweight, you know, not draining myself. My brain is working, and I can't explain the feeling that you have when you are fully in control. You know, prior to that contest, if I made the weight wrong or I went a little bit too low, my brain wasn't there. So it's straight to instinct, and I'm having a scrap with a guy I could easily outbox. You know, now my vision inside the ring, my kind of IQ, it all shows because I can see the opponent, I can see every punch he's throwing, and see the referee in my corner, and I'm thinking, and I'm going across this contest one step at a time, but I'm seeing everything. And that was the difference for me.
Is there also a little difference where, having built your record against people who maybe not come to win, they just stay defensive, they don't give you many opportunities to show what you can do? You were finally in against somebody who had ambition, who came to try and beat you. That leaves gaps for you to take advantage of, doesn't it? Did that help a little bit as well?
I mean, it's hard to say because I've had 9 fights now, and out of those 9 fights, 4 or 5 of my opponents have come to win. So I've not been, you know, guided through the journeyman route. Sorry, I've had to kind of whatever's in front of me. But the thing with me is, the better the opponent, the better I am. I thrive off having good competition in front of me. So yeah, bring it on. The better they are, the better I am, and I overcome it every time.
And talking about good competition, I've seen you sparring Callum Simpson. Good. There's always good work in-house at Collyhurst and Moston. Just how much is that bringing you on as well?
Well, me and Callum go a long way, if we're going to use that as an example. You know, we've boxed each other 6 times over a 10-year period. Yeah. We've competed against each other. Now we're helping each other out. I'm not new to boxing. You know, I've been boxing 17 years. I've had over 140 fights. You know, people don't realise that, but it's always a learning curve. Amateurs are different than pros. You know, the process is totally different, and where in the past maybe I've gotten away winning contests on my instinct, I'm not looking to do that against the top dogs in the pro world, and that's where I'm aiming. I want to go for the titles. I want to use my brain and win those contests.
Well, this is just a 6-round fight, isn't it, on Saturday night? Where do you see it going by the end of the year? You know, that was a good win against a good opponent. You've put yourself in the picture for a shot at one of these up-and-coming names we've got in the super middleweight division now. Where would you like to see it go by the end of the year?
Well, the English title fight has already been ordered by the British Boxing Board of Control, so me and Reece Farnhill will have it out by the end of the year. This fight here is to maintain my momentum, keep me sharp, keep me ready, and then when September, October time comes, I'll be more than ready to take that title home.
Serious fight with Reece Farnhill. You know, if you've not seen it, looking for Reece's fight with Adam Heppel, where it was Northern champion against Central champion. It's going to be a no-holds-barred fight, isn't it? You're not going to have to go looking for him.
Again, this will be a trilogy between me and Reece. It's 2-0 so far, so I'm sure he'll be trying to take that off me, make it 2-1, but it's just not happening. It's a clean shot out, 3-0. I'm taking that title home.
Good, well, that's in the future. Don't forget, tune in to watch Riz on Saturday night on the YouTube channel, Black Flash Promotions. Look forward to watching you, Riz.
Thank you very much, and thank you to Pat and all the fans that are coming along. You know, I can't do this alone. I'm definitely not alone on this journey. Pat puts in effort into us every single day. He has to listen to my crap. And all the fans that are coming to support, I couldn't do this, honestly, without you guys, so thank you very much for that.
We'll get Joe Sullivan in now. Thanks, Riz.
Thank you.
Here we go, Joe Sullivan, fight at light heavyweight on Saturday, but super middleweight, actually. First fight on the Black Flash Promotions show. Looking forward to it?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've not fought since October now, so looking forward to getting back out there and thankful for the opportunity as well.
Back from Benidorm and looking to go 4-0.
Yeah, exactly, that's the one.
People, you know, we have quite a loyal viewership here on Black Flash. People tend to stick with the shows, but if they've not seen you fight before, what exactly can they expect?
I'm looking to put my skills on display. I've been working hard in the gym, and I want to show pure class, and I've been working hard on it, so I'm looking forward to the show.
Yeah, from watching your fights, like to take the centre of the ring, don't you? Big, tall guy, like to use your range and use your skills.
Yeah, definitely. I like to use my attributes that I've got, but I'm looking to show a bit more skill this time, and not just my physicality.
Something your trainer, Sean Cruel, is big on, isn't it? Working on skills and working on fitness and trying to make sure that you show what you're actually capable of in the ring. What's it like working with Sean down there at Fight Factory?
Oh yeah, it's great. He keeps you disciplined, and he's a top coach. I'm learning every day, and that's what it's about. You know what I mean? I keep coming to the gym, put in every day, and I'm getting better each session.
That's all you want, isn't it? See improvements each day, you know you're on the right track. And you get a chance to show it against Victor Adaga on Saturday night. Do you know anything about Victor?
I've watched a couple of his fights. I've watched a bit of it, but we'll find out on Saturday night, and it's all talk, this, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, an opponent who gets around, but he turned over an unbeaten kid, James Albert, last month, so it's just proof that, isn't it, that you've got to keep your eye on the ball. He's more than capable of taking advantage if you let it slip.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's obviously a tough lad, he's experienced, so I'll be switched on the night, and looking forward to putting on a good show.
Yeah. Now, super middleweight division's really strong, as we were just talking about there with Riz. Do you mix with any of these guys? You know, have you been around the gym sparring any of the people we might know?
Yeah, I've sparred some good kids, but again, I feel like I'm still learning. You know what I mean? I'm only pretty new in the game, but I'm getting better with each fight, and I'm definitely looking at going to a higher level.
Good. Brilliant. Thanks a lot, Joe. Making his Black Flash debut live on the Black Flash YouTube channel on Saturday night. Tune in, watch Joe go about his business, and hopefully we start a long relationship with Black Flash.
Yeah, thanks very much, guys. And I want to say a big thanks to Sean, my new trainer, who's been putting in the work with me, and big thanks to Pat for the opportunity to fight on his show, and a big thanks to all my sponsors and everyone who's bought tickets, because it's not possible without you guys. So keep on supporting me, and I'll keep on putting minute fights on.
Great.
Cheers, guys. See you Saturday.
Where's Muhammad Ali? Something I never thought I'd say. Here we go, Muhammad Ali. Muhammad, it seems like I've been watching you for years. I remember working on your debut all the way back in 2018. You've been out of the ring for a year now. It must feel good to be back. You look in good shape.
Yeah, honestly, we're going back a long, long time now, and then COVID struck, and I had a few years out then, due to having the underlying health condition, and now I've had another 12 months off due to a little niggle, and I'm back, excited for Saturday. I've been, I want to thank Black Flash, putting me on the show, and, the work I've put in with my team, my head coach, Humphrey Harrison and Thomas. We're ready for Saturday.
Now, there's always been no question about your ability. People have always spoken highly of your talent. Is it time now to really establish yourself, stay active and see what you're capable of? You've sort of bubbled away under the surface for a little bit, haven't you? Is it time to really let people know what you can do now?
Yeah, 100%. Due to a little niggle I suffered last year, it set me back a bit. We sat down with Pat, Humphrey, and we discussed a plan, and activity is the key. I want to create history. I've created history once, becoming the first type 1 diabetic boxer, and now I want to become a champion. And it's about activity, like you just said.
How have you changed in this time since you've been out of the ring with this little niggle? Has your game changed? Have you matured as a person? Do you think about the sport differently? How have you changed during your time out?
Yeah, I've had a good hiding by Humphrey Harrison. Stay disciplined. I've not been out of the gym the past 12 months. You'll be able to tell on Saturday night. It won't look like I've been out of the gym for 12 months. And it's just about staying disciplined, no shortcuts, because you get found out under the lights.
Are we going to see you moving forward as a welterweight, or will you be a super welterweight?
No, welterweight.
Yeah.
This fight's at 10-11, and it's going to be at the future's welterweight for me.
Yeah, and that'll help if you stay active.
Yeah,
obviously
definitely.
help with the staying at welterweight.
Yeah, staying disciplined, mind on the job, and I had a few pull-outs with opponents, and I've got a tricky, opponent on Saturday, and people come down. What's this fight? It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, Mohamed's fighting John Henry Mascara, someone who's well known on the British scene, isn't he? Been in with a lot of the top prospects around welterweight, super welterweight. Generally goes well. Are you ready for 6 good rounds of John Henry?
Yeah. I've had, my last 5-6 fights have been 6-rounders, and all being well, let's come through Saturday. I'm not going to look past Saturday, and then let's push on to the 8-rounders. Let's push on. And look, I've got a great manager in Pat Barrett. That man deserves credit. He's done it as a boxer himself. He's been on elite stage. He's done it as a trainer, elite level again, making, world champions. And now as a manager, he's doing it as a promoter. And I've got the right man, steering me in the right direction. And then I've got an amazing coach in Humphrey Harrison. He's been on that elite, level with his fighters. And I want to be there. So you can't buy experience. And I've got that in my corner. And I'm telling you now, I'm going to create history again, becoming the first type 1 diabetic champion. It's all about activity and me staying focused. And I've got the people behind me, and it's like you said, John, I've got to deliver on the nights. It's simple as that.
How far away do you think you are from title level at welterweight then? Welterweight's always been a strong division for British boxing, hasn't it? Maybe there's opportunities at the moment to progress. The British title's just been called, but there is like a pathway up towards that at the moment for someone who's in form.
I'll leave that down to my coaches and my manager and promoter. I'll leave that in their hands. They've got the experience. They'll look over if I'm ready or not. It's all timing in boxing, and I'll leave that to them guys. I'm not experienced enough, to comment on that side of things.
Well, look forward to watching you, Mohamed, on Saturday on the Black Flash YouTube channel, live from Bowlers. Good talent, Mohamed, very skillful, really good fighter to watch. So tune in on Saturday night.
Appreciate it, guys. Don't only tune in, turn up to Bowlers as well. Buy your tickets, guys. Get in touch with me.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot. Adam Rasool's turn. How are you doing, Adam?
Good, thank you.
Good. Good few months now since you went down to London in the away corner, took on Jerome Campbell, put in a really good display. You didn't get the nod, but it feels like watching you like that's given you a real platform to build from. It's done your confidence good, and you can really work on stuff going forward now, Adam.
Considering I was, I think it was the 96, 94 on the cards.
Yeah.
I know around here or there, maybe if I didn't get dropped, it would have been a draw, or you know what I mean. So yeah, I took confidence from it, belief from it, and it just kind of told me what level I'm at.
You've always said that you thought your style would be better suited to longer fights against better opponents where you could get into your groove and get moving as the fight went on. Did that sort of prove that to you? You know, you're capable of operating at title level when you get your chances?
Yeah, because realistically, 10 rounds was no problem. And it wasn't even a thought. And me and Pat both knew that as the rounds go on, I'd get better anyway, so yeah.
Adam's one of the most dedicated fighters in the sport, you know, lives for the business. You don't have to look far for inspiration on Adam, what can be done. Like your stablemate Lisi Wood had a couple of ups and downs early in his career, kept going, took his chance at area level. That's got to be the path you're looking to follow now. That same central area title that Lewis wins, if he moves on, you've got to be coming up in his slipstream, haven't you?
Of course, but first and foremost, get this win on Saturday and look good doing it, and then we can see what's cracking from there.
You've got Adauto Silva dos Santos on Saturday night, haven't you? Do you know anything about Adauto?
He's there to try and knock me out, and he better try and not get knocked out himself, so...
He's a bit of a sort of mystery character, a bit of an unusual fighter. I think he won all his fights over in Brazil. He's lost his fight since he's come over to Europe, but he does tend to give these prospects good work, Adam. I think you're going to get a good scrap from him. He is going to come and try and win.
That's exactly what I want, because I'm there to set traps, and, you know, if he falls into him, you know, that's on him.
Now, you've had some good sparring as well, haven't you? I know you helped Zach Miller get ready for his recent English title fight. How do you feel yourself progressing in the gym? Are the lessons Pat's been drilling into you for years becoming second nature now and things are becoming automatic?
Yeah, of course. I had great sparring this camp. I've had, obviously, like you said, I've helped Zach out early on in camp, and then I've been doing rounds with Lewis, helping him out, doing 10 rounds, 8 rounds. So I know I'm that level of fighter. I know I'm there. It's just getting that opportunity and me taking it with both hands.
And what can people expect on Saturday? Are we going to see, like you just said then, you know you're at that level now. Are we going to see you try and prove it against the Adauto dos Santos? Or are we going to see what he brings and react to it? What are we going to see from Adam?
You're going to see clever, smart boxing, me setting traps and him running into something.
Brilliant. Well, tune in to Adam Rasool's latest fight, Saturday night at Bowlers, live on the Black Flash YouTube channel. We look forward to watching you, Adam.
Thank you, John.
Brilliant. Thanks, Adam. And last but not least, we've got the champion, Mr. Lisi Wood, the Central Area Super Featherweight Champion. Do you like that title? Do you like being called champion?
Yeah, it's all right.
It's one of probably boxing's cliches, Lewis, but people say when a fighter gets that first title belt wrapped around the waist, they get 25% better overnight, whether it's through confidence or self-belief. Have you noticed that since you got back in the gym after winning the belt?
I mean, I've definitely improved and come on a lot, but it's hard for me to notice. But obviously, my coaches, they've told me I've come on a lot. But for me, it probably is hard for me to see the difference.
Yeah.
But I've always knew I'm a good fighter, you know. And it's just early on in my career, I was overthinking things, and I was probably getting mixed up between styles and stuff. I mean, I've always had it, and I've always been a good fighter. You know, and now I feel like I'm warming into my style and just getting better and better.
Yeah, I was going to say, there was a couple of ups and downs, but the talent and the style's always been there, hasn't it? You know, you're a really exciting fighter to watch, the way you step around, but you, as you said, you just seem to get lost in a muddle sort of. What clicked with you, Lewis? When did the penny drop that this is how I'm going to go about my business now?
I think probably leading up to the title fight.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I was just getting a little bit confused between styles, sort of thing, you know, thinking, trying to be a certain way when I've always boxed a certain way. Yeah. You know, but I can do a bit of everything. You know, I'm not just a come forward fighter. I can box when I want to box, but, you know, I do like to fight.
Well, you had to show a little bit of everything in that title fight with John Edwardson. I think it's the best fight I've ever seen on a Black Flash show. You had to get up off the floor, show some heart. You boxed at times, you were aggressive a lot of the time, some tremendous body work. You showed a well-rounded game that night, didn't you? Yeah,
definitely. You know what, all credit to John Edo. He put on a good fight and he's a tough man.
Now, Farrakat Ali, undefeated fighter, 8 wins and a draw. Very confident guy, confident of coming, taking your belt away from you on Saturday night. How do you see the styles matching up here?
I think they'll gel good, but, you know, there's not a prayer on this This is taking that belt away from me.
Yeah.
Not a prayer.
Do you think the experience of having gone 10 hard rounds in a title fight with a determined opponent and been through a little war, you know what's inside you now, you know what it takes to win one of these fights? Do you think that might be a key factor in this on Saturday night?
I mean, you could say that's definitely a thing, but no, I just feel like I'm the better fighter.
Yeah.
Better all round. You know, wherever this fight goes, I'm the better fighter. But like I say, ever since I turned professional with Pat, we've always trained for these 10, 12 round fights. We've never trained for 4-rounders. We've always, even when we was doing 4-rounders, we was training for 12-rounders. You know, so I've always had that in the tank. You know, so listen, I'll be ready to go Saturday night, yeah.
How do you see it playing out? Do you think he's going to come and try and snatch it off you? Do you think he's going to try and pick your pocket?
It doesn't matter what he tries, you know, whatever he tries, I've got an answer for. And, you know, there's only going to be one winner.
We spoke before, super featherweight division. There is opportunities to move forward. We saw Reece Bellotti defend the British title not long ago. We've got Ryan Garner fighting Archie Sharp on the same night you fight. Gomez is going to probably move on from English and look for a British title shot. Can you see a way forward, Lewis? Can you see a way to progress up through this division now?
Yeah, obviously 100%, but like I say, let's get this one out of the way first. No point in looking to the future. Get this one out of the way and then we'll talk about that.
Good. And how do you see it moving forward now? You know, tickets picked up, you get a reputation for meaning good fights with the like of Edmondson. This will be another good win against Ali if you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see yourself as a headliner, Lewis? You know, do you see yourself as something next off a Black Flash production line, being able to be a champion and headline these shows?
Yeah, definitely. That's why I'm here. You know, I'm not here just to take part. Obviously, I'm putting everything into boxing, so I want to get everything I can out of it. Correct. You know, and that's it. Yeah.
And final message for the people who are going to tune in on the Black Flash YouTube channel on Saturday night. What can we expect to see from Lewis Wood?
Just a great performance, and you know, there'll be fireworks. And yeah, just tune in, and I just want to say big thank you to everyone who's coming to support me. All my sponsors, CS Pointing and Building Services, TBN Nutrition, and Impact Sports Rehabilitation, Levels Gym. And yeah, my coaches, you know, Matt Bolton, Pat Barrett, for all the help they give me and stuff. So yeah, just thank you to everyone, and I'll see you all Saturday night, yeah.
Brilliant. Don't forget, you can tune into the latest Black Flash promotion show, headlined by Lewis Wood's Central Area Super Featherweight title defence against Farquhar Ali, live on Saturday night. Don't miss it. Thanks for joining us.